setting a table is like day-to-day decoration. You can't change your room every day, but you can change your table 3 times a day. And it's like having fun decorating a room, but on your table. Well, I'm a fully Milanese person. I was born and raised in Milan, a few blocks away from the store, in a house, in an apartment that was decorated by the very famous Italian decorator Martina Mondadori. So I grew up in this environment that was visually very rich. I guess, like all things this way, it kind of started building layers inside me. And I only realized many years later when I moved to London, and that's when the seed of Cabana was planted. My house was always a very happy home. My mother entertained a lot. There was always guests around her table, and I think gave me this basic idea of the Italian big family, which is what I relate today and I call the big Cabana family, because that's what it is. But just so you understand how I think the collections when I do them, if we go back to, you know, a Ginori plate of ours, a floral plate, and you see how it looks great on so many of our different tablecloths. This is very different. This is part of a collaboration we did with my friend Geraldine Arnaud at Destre, and this is all hand painted, ceramic, hand painted in Italy. And again, you see, it all really works together, depending on what your mood is, what you feel like, what your house looks like. But I always say there's no right or wrong. It's what you feel like doing that day. So it's actually have fun doing it. I found my dress when I started Cabana, but it's a lot of elements. I had this love for very rich decoration that came from my mother. I guess the idea of setting the table, gathering your friends, and for me nowadays, turning that element of table setting. My father, he had a passion also for decorative arts and for traveling. So I would travel a lot with him, and traveling with him was always about finding hidden treasures, visiting the local antique dealer, understanding how eclectic cultures can be, and understanding different cultures and through travel. And travel is such an important element of Cabana. And so all these elements in my background came together in building Cabana, that started as a magazine, and the magazine is still what I call it's the tip of the iceberg. E-commerce that we built since 2018, that is today the fastest growing part of our business, that sells the world of home, specifically a lot of tabletop, and every single piece we make, we design in-house and produce with the best artisans around the world. We've really built relationships with a lot of craftspeople, and that's something I'm really proud of, because we kind of keep traditions. These different patterns, which are from different past collections, this was inspired by the Silk Road in Uzbekistan. This is a more classic design that has become an evergreen. This used to be David Hicks design and was part of the David Hicks collection. And this instead is a very popular one inspired by American quilts. I always say that starting a home business like we do with our e-commerce, our home brand, Casa Cabana, was never about producing linens and plates and trays. It was about the moment of setting a table to gather your loved ones, to gather your friends, together, you know, around the table. I guess that's a very Italian thing. It's what I grew up seeing my mother doing the whole time. So it's very much connected to memory. I love dreaming big, but then you need to dream big and then be realistic. So I think it took us 10 years to open our first store. Building the e-commerce is something that needs constant attention. So already the maintenance of a business is the most important thing, because you need to keep the existing thing solid. Maybe one day having a physical Cabana space, whether that is a club or a hotel, we'll see. But I do have that dream.